Hey everyone, this is Chris Jenkins again, and what I want to do is I want to show you the actual inside of Leadgate plugin a little bit slower this time, and so that you understand how the plugin works. I did it like a 4-minute challenge. If you came from the sales video, if you're coming from somewhere else, then you may not know what I'm referring to. But I did a 4-minute challenge on how you could actually get an opt-in form on your site in less than 4 minutes and be able to use Leadgate, which is very possible. But I'd like to go through it a little bit slower now so that you understand the full potential of Leadgate and what it offers here. Basically, there'll be a once you install the plugin, there'll be a demo video here, and you'll have your settings and your subscribers will be here, and we have a support URL up here as well. I take it that you know how to do WordPress, but if you don't, what you're going to do is you would go to plugins and you would add new plugins on your site. And you do need a WordPress site for this software to work, or this plugin to work. And what you'll do is you'll activate the plugin and then install the plugin and then activate it, and then you will have this features on the side that'll pop up that will be able to go into Leadgate itself and see how it works. So what you have here is it's pretty simple plugin. In fact, actually, it's really simple. That's why I really like the concept of it, because there's not a whole lot to it. But it works, and it works very well, and it does what it's supposed to. So, and it gives you some options, but yet not overwhelming number of options. When you go into it, basically you'll have a send welcome message, and what this will do is this will send a welcome message from the actual site, to your WordPress site. So I do suggest using this. I think it's a very cool feature. I think you can, if you do hook it up with an autoresponder, which I'll show you in a minute, you can actually be able to have a message come from your autoresponder and have a message come from this. Now, you would say, hey, the person's going to get two different messages, but you know what? That's okay on the first message, because send them a free gift, welcome them, give them a tip or something that they're getting that they're opting into. Or if you don't have it hooked up to an autoresponder, it gives you a great way to start out. You know, being able to email them and getting started today. So you have different options here, but I do recommend using it, but you don't have to. You can uncheck the box and it will not send a welcome message or send it. If you do send it, then you can customize the message right here to however you want. I would say something a little bit to them or send them something extra if I was you. But we're going to leave it off right now. Enable search locker mode. Basically, what this allows to do is allows the search engines to search for the content that is locked. Okay. So they will actually bring people to your locked content. So let's say you want to lock a video, but you don't want them to actually be able to see the video. Well, it'll be in the search engines on your site. We'll still be able to search and index that locked content that you lock, whether it's a article or video or whatever it is that you have, an ebook, whatever the case may be. So that's up to you whether you want them to be able to do that or not. You can enable it, or you can leave it unenabled so that they can't search for it, and it's completely private. You can put your sender's name in and an email address of where you want it. You also can enable Google Analytics as well. We did is this feature, but of course you must have Google Analytics installed on your site, as it says below here. Okay, this is your your CSV column separator, and you can do it in comma, tab, or semicolon. This is for when you export your list, how you want to export it. Okay, and then when you get done with all this, then you're just going to update your settings. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that for now, and then you can go back into settings, and you'll have your locker settings. Now this is the same setup that I did for the demo, for the 4-minute challenge. So basically, I added a picture. I put discover the 10 most powerful list building tips, and I'm going to lock a video behind it is what I'm doing. But I'm setting up my locker. If you have the front end version, then you have 4 templates. If you have the pro version, then you'll have quite a few more options to choose from on templates. We were added quite a bit there for you, but the 4 templates is fine if that's all you have. You can pick which kind you want to lock your content. You can disable the name field or enable it. I like to disable it, but a lot of people like to use the name. It's all a matter of preference. I do believe that your opt-in rate, in other words, your opt-in percentage rate, the number of people that opt in will opt in more for if you use email only. Now, there'll be people that will argue that the people will be more perceptive and you'll get better quality people if you use name. It's all a matter of preference in your business and what you're doing. So, try it both ways if you want. You may already have a way that you like, and just continue with it. But you have your preference there. Enable extended email validation. I like this because it actually checks to whether or not the email is valid. Now, if you don't want to do that, then you can uncheck the box. I like it because if they mistype or if they get a bot that's putting in the information or many different other things, then you can have your emails, a bunch of emails that aren't valid, filled in. Like if you're buying traffic especially, then you can get a lot of junk emails from different ways. So this helps out with the junk emails, and then will help out your email inboxing in the long run, because you won't be sending bounces to those emails that are not valid and hurting your autoresponder stuff. So I'm a big fan of that. Your subscribe button, you can go ahead and unlock it. I mean, you can go ahead and put in whatever you want. Don't make it too long, because it is your button right here. And of course, if you make it too long, it will drop down and it just won't look good. So keep it short and sweet. Like download now is a really good one, so they can download it if your content is downloadable. Get your access, that's another one. Just whatever fits your brand. I mean, what you're trying to do, and you can try different ones and see as well. You can you're redirecting content message. This will be the screen that pops up in between, and you can put in something like this. You can change thank you, you are now redirecting. You can change this to anything you want to. You don't have to have it real super long, but you can put it longer because you'll have a longer span. But this will appear once they opt in. This page will appear. Update your settings. Okay, and then you go into settings here. You go back in, and we go into design settings. Okay. And what this will allow you to do is change your different colors and stuff like that in your box, in your opt-in box itself, in your input fields, and that it will not allow you to change the actual color of the actual form itself. Okay, that's why we have different templates for you to use. It will not allow you to do that, so you need to keep that in mind. This is only for your email setting for your font size and your box settings and your background color and stuff like that. So play around with it. I did not go over this much in the other video, in the front end video, because I didn't have a lot of time, and this is more of a preference of what people like and what matches their colors on their sites. But we give quite a few options here for you to go in and do. And you can just update the settings there, or we can go down into autoresponder settings, since we're going to leave all those settings set. Now you can enable AWeber. What you're going to do basically is you're going to click on your authorization code here, and it will go to an authorization site. Now you'll need to be logged into AWeber when this does this. I'm just letting you know. My internet's a little slow because I'm out on Wi-Fi right now, and I apologize for this little thing down my screen right off the bat. I have trouble with my monitor about 10 minutes ago, and I can't fix it. Obviously my monitor's going out, so I guess it's time for a new monitor, but I didn't have any choice. So this little line has nothing to do. It's just a default in my screen if it's showing up in the video. You can log into your AWeber account, and it'll give you your access. I'm not going to log in because I'm going to protect my my password and stuff. I don't want anything. You could do the same with Get Response, and it will do the same thing. Sorry, my internet is getting really slow here. Okay, there we go. Get response settings, your MailChimp settings will be the same, and you can do, it's all just a matter of, they're pretty much all the same of how you hook them up. They're all API. MailChimp, you can actually ask users to confirm or not. You will not be given that option with AWeber. let me give you a hint on AWeber. You can actually email them and ask them to make it single opt-in if you would like. I want to make sure that that's clarified, to remove on their API. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It just depends on your account and what you're doing. You can tell them that you want to make sure that your customers get their access to what they are purchasing or what they are opting into, and you feel like they are not getting access, and you would like to make it single opt-in. Now, AWeber will do that as long as your spam rate is not too high. I have not had them say no on something like that yet. GetResponse, I do not know enough about GetResponse to tell you whether or not it does that or not. I'm just letting you know, GetResponse users, you will have to check that out yourself. If I knew for sure, I would let you know on that, but I have not used GetResponse's API much. MailChimp, like I said, it does offer you a way to turn it on and off. Be careful with MailChimp. I've used MailChimp in the past. If you use MailChimp, you know that they are a little bit, they watch marketing emails, so make sure, depending on what niche you're in and everything else, that it's not too make money online oriented for MailChimp. Kind of the same with the iContact. It's the same concept. They're pretty much are single opt-in as far as I remember, unless they've changed something from the last time that I've used them. I've used a lot of autoresponders, as you can tell, and I still do. But at the same time, they do change their stuff, and I don't necessarily know everything about that autoresponder. On the Sendy, the same thing on the Sendy. It's pretty easy. You just do installation in any installation URL, and it will do it on the Sendy as well. So that pretty much walks it all the way through the plugin as far as the settings on the plugin. Now, when you go into your pages, it's really straightforward on the pages. You can go to pages, and I'm sorry about my internet. It's really slow today. You can edit your page, and I did a Leadgate test page here, which I did, and I just put in a video here. It's an old video of mine. I just wanted to show you how to lock it, lock the stuff, and the lock button is right up here that wraps the content in the container. So basically, let's say you want to lock two different things just for the sake of doing this. You could even lock in hey, I would like this locked. Or actually, I think you can add words. Let me do it like this. You could even do something like this. Please watch the video below. And this shows you that you can actually put more content inside of here too than just one thing, is what I wanted to let you know. So you could like put a article with a video or whatever else that you want to put. Use your imagination. When it comes to building your list, it's all about your niche and about what works for you, and try something and then try something else and try something else and keep getting it right. And then also switch things up for your subscribers as well, and for getting your list. It's good. And you just update it now, and it automatically, when you hit that button, it locks and puts this short code in. This works on short code. That's what this is called. So it'll wrap your content in short code. And then what you do, let's make sure I updated it here. I think I did, but okay. And then so when you go to the site, and I pick this template, and it automatically locks the content. Okay, so there's my content. Discover the 10 most list building tips. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put an email address in. I'll have to use something I haven't used before. Let me try this one. And get your access. See, I'll change it to get your access. And guess what? See, please watch the video below. I wanted to add something new to it, because that way it shows you that you could lock an entire page if you wanted to. So you could have like a course, like you know, or whatever, first step to a course, second step to a course, and you could have them, opt into it. There's just so many things that you can do with this plugin, and it's simple to use, and it shouldn't stop you from building your list. And if you are building your list already, then this should increase the ways that you build your list and help you be able to do it in a very simple way. Because once you hook this up to AWeber, think about it. You've already got it hooked up to AWeber or wherever, and you're just putting another way out there for people to get on your list. Okay, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'm thank you for picking Leadgate up. If you haven't, oh wait, I'm sorry, subscribers. So let's go look at the subscribers. Look right there, it is. There I came in. Here is your export. Okay, you can export your subscribers right here. You can delete your subscribers out of here. So like, let's say you didn't do the bad emails, and the bad emails came in, and you could actually delete them out of here ahead of time before you export them. You can actually delete them if you got somebody that says, hey, you know what, remove me, and they want to be removed. Now, there's also other autoresponders out there that just allow you to mail from your desktop and stuff like that. So let me say this in closing, is you don't have to have a autoresponder to get started. You can have one of these little tools that does that will mail your SMTP from your desktop or whatever, these little tools, and you could actually mail the subscribers, import them directly into there. That's why we allow you to export them as well. So, or you could just get started and export them and then add them to an autoresponder later as well too, and this will send the welcome message. So anyway, I want you to get out there, get started. I want you to use this plugin in different ways to build your list. If you're already building your list, then increase your ways to build a list. If you got the developers' rights, then now you have a way to be able to get other people to build their list and charge them money for it as well. So there's just so many options. I just hope you take action today, and I'm going to don't hesitate to contact us if you have questions or anything else. We're here to help. Thank you again.